না কোথায় চালু ছিল, কিছু চালু ছিল না, শুধু উপরে ওইটা ছিল। তাহলে ওটাকে ওই ওটাকে কিন্তু অন করলাম না, তাহলে এটাকে অন করে দেবে না, এটা চলে যাবে, যেটা থেকে রেকর্ডিং হয় সেটা থেকে। হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ, এই তো সবাই আছে তো। এটা না মিউট করুন, মিউট করুন না। হ্যাঁ, আপনি বসে কোনো অসুবিধা নেই। ওটা দেখা যাচ্ছে ওখানে।
এটা লাইভ হচ্ছে, মাইক্রোফোন আর আছে নাকি নিজেদের? না, এটা অফ করে দিন।
Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon, all the online. Good afternoon, all the online presenters. We have come to the second half of the one-day international seminar jointly organized by the Department of Economics and Commerce on green economy and sustainable development. I welcome all the presenters. This online session will be chaired by the head of the Department of Commerce, Associate Professor Dr. Vivekananda Shahu. I'll be calling your names one by one, and you can give your presentation. As already it has been said that please confine your time of presentation within 5 minutes. And I hope I am audible to all of you. So let us start the session, right? First presenter, title of the paper is Performance Audit of SDG 12 in India and Global Reference by Ms. Nag Chanika, Longquay Ms. Dikshita Barua and Mr. Sunil Nondi. If the presenter is present, you can unmute and you can start with your presentation, please. Sunil Nondi, sir, I can see that you are here online. Are you there?
Yes, I'm online. My scholar Dikshita Bodua will present. She is also present. No issue. She will start soon.
Sir, please unmute and please start with your presentation. Sir, you are still muted. Please unmute. We can't hear you.
Hello, ma'am. Paper will be presented by Dikshita Bodua. She is online and she is presenting now.
Shankar sir, can you hear me?
Yes. I would like to present my paper if it's comfortable.
No, sir, we can't hear you. Let me see. There might be a technical glitch. Yeah. Okay. Yes. Yes. Sunil sir, you can unmute. It was a problem from our part.
Okay.
Yeah. Now you're audible.
Okay, I would like to thank you for this opportunity, ma'am. And a very good afternoon to Dr. Vivekanand and all the dignitaries present here today. It's a wonderful opportunity. My paper is relating rural marketing in the Indian economy and how it's serving as a catalyst for sustainable development. Since our focus is primarily on sustainable development. Now, when we speak about rural India, it's home to 74.3% of the population, that is 627 million people. That means they are contributing over half of the country's income. So, this is not just a market, but it's the backbone of the India's economy. Second thing, I would like to point out that the rise in rural income, where we see that the household earning above rupees 70,000 annually, there has been a steep increase from 9% to 27%, which is signaling a growing middle class. So when we have a growing middle class, the consumption pattern has changed. That is, people are spending on non-food items because living standards have increased. That's the main thing. Second thing, we see this demographic dividend. Why? We need to create inclusive growth opportunities because Honorable Prime Minister has said, Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas. When he talks about Viksit Bharat 2047, he mainly stresses on one point that economic progress is going to reach every corner of rural India. That is the main focus. Now, one thing I will tell everybody that rural consumers are influenced by social norms, traditions, and seasonal income. So, when they are going to purchase, sometimes the decisions are collective, they involve family into that, and there are some community opinions also. I hope I am audible to everybody, ma'am.
Yes, sir.
Acha. Second thing, we have a word of mouth opinion. क्योंकि हम लोग देखते हैं আমরা দেখি যেটা কেউ কাউকে বলছে আচ্ছা ওই জিনিসটা খুব ভালো why don't you go and purchase that thing এই যে আমি শুনলাম ওইটা ভালো so we have formed an opinion in our minds that this is a trust based marketing আচ্ছা ও তো কিনেছে so it must be good so this is a trust based marketing strategy but for sustainability businesses are going to adopt culturally sensitive approaches because they use local symbols and colors in branding and they engage with the rural communities through roadshows and exhibitions. Now, as I've pointed out, that agriculture is the lifeline of rural India, but there are various challenges. First of all, middlemen are still exploiting. There is seasonality, the rains are not coming in proper time, there is perishability of goods. Now we see there is one particular option. We have to improve the storage and the cold chain infrastructure because if you want to reduce the post harvest losses, this is the only way out. Uh, one very important thing that nowadays IT tools are being used to align supply with demand so that the price crashes are avoided. We have gone for digital platforms because Honorable Prime Minister has talked about digital India. So, what is the process? We eliminate the middlemen out of that. Now we are going for rural electrification, we are going for irrigation projects, and definitely digital literacy is the topmost thing today. Now there are hurdles. Literacy is very low, income is irregular, and people are offering resistance to change. You know, ma'am, one
You have reached your time. Please limit it in 1 minute
Ye-
or
Yes,
2 minutes.
yes, I'll make it very short. Now, the basic concept is whenever we offer something, you will see people will resist. It's not a good opinion, but they don't see the better picture out of that. So, digital inclusion can revolutionize rural marketing. Farmers can access real-time price data via mobile apps. There are various skill development programs. So we need to go for inclusive policies, prioritizing the farmer welfare. We have to go for technology-driven solutions to overcome the infrastructure barriers. And there should be a lot of collaboration between government, business, and NGO. So please remember one very important thing, that true measure of progress is not just economic growth, but equitable and enduring prosperity for rural India. We have challenges, ma'am, but we can move challenges to opportunities. Thank you for giving me the chance. Thank you. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Shulil Nondi, if you are there, you can please start with your presentation. Sir, Shulil Nondi, sir.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Good afternoon, all. My scholar Dikshita will present the research paper. Dikshita, please. Hello, madam. We are facing some technical difficulties. So, ma'am,
Okay, sir. Then we are going forward with the other participants.
thank you,
Then
ma'am.
we'll come back to you, right? Okay.
Okay.
Dr. Moushmi Chatterjee, are you there?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am, I'm
You
present.
can go forward with your presentation.
Is the PPT visible, ma'am?
It's not fully visible. Half of it is visible.
Hello?
Yeah, it is not fully visible. Half of it is visible. A part of the
Okay.
PPT is not coming into the screen.
Then, ma'am, I'm just going without the PPT because there is some technical issues I am facing.
Okay, okay, ma'am.
Okay. So, ma'am, good afternoon to everyone. With due respect, with the due permission of the chairperson of this session and organizing committee, I'm starting my presentation. The topic of the presentation is green HRM. That's a new trend in human resource management. When we are talking about Vikasit Bharat, it's all about the digitalization and inclusion of technology in by the aiming the year 20 and we are now in a phase where digitalization and technology is a part of our daily life. So when I'm talking about human resource management, that is selecting the right person in the right place in the right time. We cannot neglect technology or sustainability in this field also. So green HRM is all about inclusion of different tactics and methodologies by the HR managers and the inclusion of different policies in the organization, which is taking care of the ecosystem, the sustainable development, as well as our environment. So, in which phases we can implement green HRM? That is, when we are starting with you recruitment and selection, there are different policies and norms which can be included, and in future it will give a good mileage to the company, keeping in mind the sustainable development from recruitment selection till to the onboarding of the new joinees till in the next phase, the training and development, performance appraisal, everything can be done with keeping in mind the ecological balance as well as preserving our mother nature. So there are different practices or that is already incorporated by different organizations, that is paperless office, using more technology, and the other things are that they are motivating and the young generation or the new employees to inculcate different habits which will be helping our mother nature in future. That is, each and every employee have to take a chart of different CSR activities, corporate social activities, where the environment will play a greater part. Next, there are different organization who helps in afforestation. They protest against deforestation, or they help the government in running different projects across the globe for developing of the ecological system. So, if we are talking about Viksit Bharat or sustainable development, so technology is a very good, powerful weapon using which we can just go ahead and implement different policies in the organization, which will help in supporting or developing the ecological system as well as sustainable development in the future generation as well as in future India. So with this information, I'm just wrapping up my presentation, ma'am. Can you hear me? Hello.
Yes, yes, ma'am, you're audible.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, please
Thank
wrap
you,
it
ma'am.
up now. The time is almost over. Ma'am, you are muted right now. Complete? Okay.
Yeah, ma'am, I have completed my
Okay,
presentation.
okay, 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 ma'am. Okay, so the next person is Dr. Shopna Roy Choudhury. Dr. Shopna Roy Choudhury, are you there? Yes.
Yes, I'm here.
Yeah,
Just one.
ma'am, please start with your presentation. Thank you.
एक चुप करो. Is the screen visible? Hello? Is the screen visible?
Yes, yes. The screen is visible.
Uh, আমি দেখতে পাচ্ছি না. দেখেন এটা অন করবে কেন? স্ক্রিনটা Good afternoon. Am I audible?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Good afternoon, respected teachers and my dear colleagues and friends. The topic of my presentation is, can eco-friendly financial practices promote a green economy? A study of selected companies in India. Eco-friendly financial practices refers to financial policy standards, norms, investments, and regulations to increase the level of financial flows from different sectors to sustainable projects. It includes sustainable investing, green banking, energy efficient operations, etc. Eco-friendly financial practices incorporates ESG, environmental, social, and governance factors into financial decision making. Eco-friendly instruments include green bonds, green loans, green insurance, etc., and invests in projects that helps with climate change, conservation of biodiversity, and the promotion of renewable energy sources. Green bonds were first issued in India in 2015. India needs $10.103 trillion to be a carbon neutral economy by 2070. This table shows the rank and score of different countries as per Sustainable Development Goals Report 2024. Finland has been ranked at number one with a score of 86.4, followed by Sweden
Madam,
with a score
please.
85.7.
Madam, I'm
India,
interrupting you. Please hear me. What's the objective of your paper? And you
okay,
come to the directly come to the conclusion because you
okay.
have only 5 minutes.
This is a literature review.
No, madam.
Objectives of the study are to study the impact of eco-friendly financial practices on Indian companies. The study attempts to analyze the impact of different variables relating to eco-friendly practices to test the performance of companies. Methodology. The study is based on secondary data obtained from books, journals, websites, etc. Primary data has been obtained by framing a structured questionnaire. An analysis done is descriptive statistics, regression, and hypothesis testing. Eco-friendly financial practices in Indian. I'm just skipping this slide. Okay, this is a correlation matrix. Correlation is significant at 0.01 level. This is a descriptive statistics depicting the mean and the standard deviation. This is a model summary. Multiple R equals to correlation coefficient equals to 0.916. R square is coefficient of determination is 0.840. R square is 0.840, which shows that 84% of variation in performance is due to awareness, knowledge, green business strategy, green innovation, and green credit. This is the ANOVA table. Here the p-value is 0, which is less than 0.05. So there is enough evidence that the fitted regression model is significant. The regression model predicts a dependent variable performance significantly well. Now this is a multiple regression. In all the cases, null hypothesis is rejected as R is less than 0.05, which means that all the 5 variables influences positively on performance. This also shows a regression equation. Now the findings of the study. Government may take initiatives on eco-friendly financial practices like tax exemption, tax credit, and introduction of new policies. In India, there are no mandatory regulation
Madam,
for
please.
the
Madam, please.
companies.
Madam, please. You have written finding of the study, but government may take it may not be
Yes,
equal here. Government has taken or haven't taken, it will be your findings, but government may take, it should not be your finding.
yes, yes, yes.
Okay? Whether
Okay.
government has taken any initiative or not, it will be your finding. Government may take, I think it is not proper. Okay, you will change it.
Yes, yes.
Go ahead.
In India, there are no mandatory regulation for the companies to combat environmental degradation, and only so far 5 companies have entered the CDP carbon disclosure policy list. Integrating ESG, environmental, social, and governance factors into investment decision making. The study made use of 5 independent variables to show its impact on the dependent variable performance. The results show that awareness, knowledge, green business strategy, green innovation, and green credit does have a positive significant impact on performance. Private sector companies have started investing in green projects as they are ensured of long-term returns and positive environmental impacts. The market for green social, sustainability, and sustainability linked bonds, which include green climate, yellow solar, and blue marine bonds, is gradually showing an upward trend. Now, the conclusion. The need of the hour is increasing general awareness, transparency, standardization, regulations, and proper education at all levels, and their positive impact on financial performance and decision making process. Government, academia, public private partnerships, and stakeholders at all levels must come forward to enhance green financing mechanisms and to boost the transition to a net zero carbon economy by 2070. Thanks for your patient hearing.
Thank you. Thank you. Is there any question from audience? I think there is no question. Thank you, ma'am. So next presenter is
Wonderful.
Dr. Shreyoshi Chaudhary.
Stop sharing. Oh, stop sharing.
Dr. Shreyoshi Chaudhary.
Close करा दो बेटा.
Dr. Shreyoshi Chaudhary, are you present?
ये बोलते हैं.
Mr. Karthik বিশ্বাস.
I mean,
Miss Monsumi Sutradhar, Dr. Konga Dana.
Yes, sir. I'm there. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Start your presentation.
Okay. Am I audible?
Yes, yes.
Okay, okay. Is my screen visible, sir? Just confirm, then I'll start.
Yes. You start your presentation.
Okay, okay. So, good afternoon, all audience, dear faculties. So, my topic is an empirical study of job opportunities in sustainable sectors, unveiling the path of economic growth in India. I and my mentor, Dr. Aniruddha Nag, is going to present this paper. So our main, let's start with this is the index. I'm going to the just introductory part, that is according to the annual report 2024 submitted by International Renewable Energy Agency in collaboration with the ILO. The total number of jobs actually created in sustainable sectors of Indian renewable energy was estimated to be 1.02 million in 2023. So it was a commendable progress of the in the growth of workforce engaged in the green sector of developing country like India. So sustainable sectors, what does it include? It includes mainly the solar energy, wind energy, and also it includes the operations of recycling of waste management, and renewable energy sources. Let's go to the objectives. My objective of the paper or the purpose of the study is to estimate the employment growth rate in all the sustainable green sectors, and also to analyze how much growth in green sectors contribute to India's overall growth rate. With that also, I also wanted to examine the different government strategies and policies implemented in a country, and also to assess the various costs and expenditures incurred by our union government in different green sectors. Let's go to the next slide. That is I have given all the cost and expenditures in the green sectors. Already union budget allocated rupees 19,100 crores in July 2024 for the Ministry of New and Renewable Energy, and also our interim budget financial year 2024 to 2025 allocated fund of rupees 10,000 crores for the solar energy sector. In the fourth Reinvest Summit hosted by the Ministry of Renewable Energy, all the leading energy sectors are committed to invest rupees 32.45 trillion, and also government supported rupees 12,500 crores under National Green Hydrogen Mission for the production of green hydrogen for the next 5 years. Now come to the research methodology. So I have already used R software. Before that, I have collected the data from International Renewable Energy Agency, 'Agency' 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 collected the data from a sample data, actually from 2012 to 2023. That is, I have made a two data through pre-COVID and post-COVID. I have made employment generation on these sectors, that is solar, photovoltaic, liquid biofuels, hydropower, wind power, biomass, solar heating and cooling, and biomass.
Madam, please, what is the research gap of your paper on the basis of which you have prepared your paper? What is the research gap? You go to the research gap and go to the findings and come to the conclusion.
Okay, okay, sir. I'm just going to the analysis of the result. Okay, according to you. So my analysis of the result is first I made the average pre-COVID and the post-COVID. Made just simple average. Then I have got the bar graph using the R software, because R software is readily available. And in the R software, we can already see that the hydropower sector engages more, provide most of the employment opportunities, and also solar photovoltaic sector with respect to other sectors. And findings is that I have conducted 4 tests, Shapiro-Wilk test. According to the Shapiro-Wilk test, there is that solar photovoltaic. I have conducted this test due to check the normally whether my sample data are normally distributed or not. I can see only solar photovoltaic data is normally distributed, and wind power and solar heating and cooling is normally distributed. Which t-test, which is an adoption of student t-test. I have adopted this test due to, since I have taken 2 groups, pre-COVID and pro-COVID, and so solar and if the null hypothesis p-value is less than 0.05, obviously we reject the null hypothesis, which shows that there should be no difference in the mean. So what is the finding here? That solar photovoltaic, hydropower and solar heating and cooling has changed a lot, significantly a lot after the post-COVID period. Now with the coefficient of change, I can see that only solar, photovoltaic and hydropower sectors are providing a huge job opportunities with respect to wind power and solar heating and cooling. And also in the student t-test, I can see the test, the train coefficient with the student t-test. I have done the linear regression train. With that, I can see that only solar photovoltaic, hydropower, and solar heating and cooling shows significantly positive trends. When wind power, there is no significant trend at all. It is remain most of all same only before and before COVID and post COVID. Now, so what is the recommendations? Recommendation is that investment has already favored in the solar, photovoltaic and hydropower, but wind power energy sector doesn't have any support. They lack support, financial support obviously, and solar heating and cooling is declining in the job opportunities, and so investment should be done. Sorry, just a second. Just a second, sir. I have
One minute, within 1 minute, you come to your conclusion.
Yes, sir. Yes, I just have missed out that part. Yes. So my conclusion is that our union government has introduced various initiatives like National Green Hydrogen Mission, PM Kusum, PLI schemes for solar photovoltaic modules, and PM Surya Ghar, etc., which depicts not only transition to the growth of sustainable sector, but also creation of, with that also created lot of job opportunities. Even also now different environmental courses are offered so that people get recruited in such sectors. But here what we have depicted, that here in this paper, after doing statistical analysis using the software R, we see that not only energy sector depicts equal growth, sustainable employment, but also only solar, photovoltaic and hydropower is the sole contributing to the growth of Indian economy. and rest of the sectors have remained more or less constant, pro-COVID or post-COVID. In our study, so we also analyzed two time period, pre and post. Both this analysis shows that only hydropower energy sectors absorbs huge amount of workforce, which was our main part of the analysis. Hence, it is suggested that government sector as well as private sector, with that, obviously banking institution is obviously needed for the collaboration and jointly participation, so that the energy sectors like biomass, biofuel, water can strengthen up thus by absorbing huge amount of workforce. This was my conclusion, and this is the references part.
Okay, okay,
Thank
okay,
you.
okay, okay, okay. Thank you, thank you. Is there any question? I think there is no question from anyone. So next presenter is uh, Swami, Mrs. Swamita Banerjee. Swamita Banerjee is present. Swamita Banerjee?
Yes, sir, I'm present.
Yes, you start.
Yes, sir, good afternoon, sir.
Yes,
I'm present.
yes. You start your presentation. You are audible. Swamita Banerjee, ma'am, is there any problem from part of you? Swamita Banerjee, please unmute your phone.
Sorry, sir, it's a network issue.
Okay, so I am forwarding to the next one. May I forward to the next one?
Just wait a minute, sir.
Oh,
Sir,
you start your presentation. You are audible?
is it visible? Is it visible, sir?
Yes, yes, yes. Yes, you start your
Okay, okay, thank you. Now I'm sharing. Good afternoon, all, and the present dignitaries and the chairpersons. And also, I want to thank the committee who giving me this opportunity to just present these slides. My topic is green marketing and avenue to long-term success in sustainable business. So green marketing is nowadays it's very important terminology, and it's very much effective in nowadays. So it is the marketing of products presumed to be environmentally safe. In this regard, companies promote environmental core values with the hope that consumers associating the values with their company or brand. Green marketing is evolved through three stages: ecological green marketing, environmental green marketing, and sustainable green marketing. Sustainable marketing transcends earlier marketing to realize triple goals. Number one, environmental; number two, social; and number three, profit. These are the three pillars of sustainability. So next slide is what is green marketing. Green marketing, number one, it promotes environmental benefits because it's focused on products and services that reduces environmental harms. It's a holistic approach because it includes production, packaging, distributions, and disposal methods. The whole approach should be inclusive about environment consciousness, and it is also beyond eco-friendly, encourages authentic,
madam.
sustainable
Please,
business
madam,
practices,
madam,
not just
please,
claims.
please,
Practice
madam,
is more important.
please, uh, directing
Okay,
focus,
I'm sharing my third
directing go to
slide.
your research gap, research gap.
Yeah,
Directing go to
research
your
gap is,
research gap
I
and
just
you
want to
will see
present that
objective.
this thing, that means 60% are global consumers, they want to pay more sustainable brands. And 30%, the millennials and Gen Zs that share the market influence. This is a serious challenge as many of the new generation, because they are not pertinent to be aware about environment as a component of sustainable development. So this, my research gap is 60% and 30%, just to bridge the gap between the 66 and 30. So I just want to say through this research paper, the conversion of 30% into 66, more or less 100%. This is my challenge due to this paper. So 100% means 100% growth in environmental awareness via social media and conventional media. Today, the whole world is subject to be influenced by the media. So, in all dimensions, the most effective tool does to create awareness about anything is the delectable use of the media. So fourth, which benefits stronger brand image, customer loyalty, market expansions, competitive edge. That means more others benefits are also there, but these are four important. So that I just want to convert my 630 into 66% of consumers. Next key strategy, obviously, because strategy is very important for completion of these things. Number one strategy is transparency and authenticity, because avoid misleading claims and green washing, so that the consumers are not deceived about a product which is apparently looks like environment friendly, but in reality not so. Number two, measure environmental impact that focus on valuable and real benefits. Three, use different clarifications, certifications, communications, and it's very essential. Different case studies, the number one case study is Patagonia. They committed that the don't buy this jacket because it's anti-consumer campaign in 2011. So the durability, repair, and recycling focus. Second case study, I can take the Tesla, because they are kind of transformed this electric vehicle market, focus on reducing carbon emissions. This is very environment that creates very hazards in environments. With sustainable manufacturing and supply chain, strong brand loyalty, and high value. And in the second side is challenges of green marketing. What are they? Because one of the essential challenge of green marketing is involvement of higher cost, and it is because product partnering eco-friendliness generates costlier process. Number two, there is a difficulty in measuring and communicating impact. Risk of skepticism and greenwashing accusations is also an area of concern. Customers' willingness to pay premium prices needs to be considered, as customers may be reluctant to paying the premium cost. And these are the key metrics and matrices for measuring success. Number one, carbon footprint. Number two, waste reductions, energy and water, and brand sentiment. And conclusions. End of the slides is conclusion, because green marketing as a long-term strategy, which is essential for lasting business success, drives growth, loyalty, environmental impact, requires transparency, authenticity, and ongoing improvement. So we can conclude that this green marketing for a sustainable future in business advantage, with offering varieties of green products to green technologies that meets the customer satisfaction. Thank you, sir. Thank you for hearing me.
Thank you. Thanks. Thank you. The next presenter is Samita Banerjee. Samita
Yes,
Chatterjee. Samita.
I am Sumita Banerjee.
Okay. Samita Chatterjee or Samita Banerjee?
Sir, sir, I am Shumita Banerjee. Already I finished my presentation. Any questions, sir?
No, yes. Samita Chatterjee is one presenter. Role of intellectual capital on financial performance of India IT sector. Samita Chatterjee is here. No, sorry. Dr. Mohammed Majam.
Yes, sir. Just a minute.
Yes, yes, sir. Start your presentation. Samita Chatterjee. Yes, yes. Your screen is
Sir,
clear. Now
my PPT is visible.
everything is clear. Everything is clear, but
Yes, sir.
we will limit your presentation within 5 minutes. Okay. Thank you.
Sir, is it visible?
Yes, yes. Everything is clear.
Yes. Good afternoon, all of you. This is MD Mozam from Deshabandhu Mahavidyalaya, Chittaranjan. Today I am going to present a paper. The topic of the paper is exchange rate volatility and sustainable economic growth in India by using a VAR approach. By the word exchange rate, we means price of home currency becomes of the domestic foreign currency. exchange rate volatility generally means fluctuations. By this, foreign currencies foreign currencies appreciate or depreciate. And the word sustainable development here means economic development that improves the quality of life and social welfare while protecting the environment and resources for future generations. And, and in this paper, I use the VAR model, VAR approach. That model seems to be a natural choice in this case because it allows us to read through the internal dynamics among the variables in the short run as well as in the long run using a single equation model. VAR model allows us to examine the direction of
Sir,
causality.
please,
Now I am starting from the simple
go to your conclusion.
tension model
Please,
open economic equation y is equal to c plus I plus z plus x minus m. All of us are familiar with this. The last highlighted term x minus m, x is import and m is import, and this term depends only also on the exchange rate of a country. Generally, the exchange rate implies currency depreciation implies leads to lower export prices paid by foreigners and higher import prices, and these price changes in turn lead to a rise in exports and a fall in imports. Uh, this is the general concept. The purpose of this paper is essentially to observe how and to what extent do export and import fluctuations in the exchange rate of India leads to movements in the economic growth of the country.
Mozum,
We use the data and empirical specification.
please
Here,
follow me.
yes, sir.
Just directly go to your objective, research gap, and conclusion. Only three things to be highlighted. Only three things: objective, research gap, and your conclusion. There is time.
Sir,
There is
our research gap was that in I see that in many countries they have seen the exchange rate volatility affects the GDP growth in the different countries. But in case of India and in the for the period 2000 from the global financial crisis to the COVID-19 pandemic, there is no much study or research paper there. To check this, we use the dependent variables, which is the volatility here, the exchange rate volatility. It is calculated as the standard deviation, the moving average of the logarithm of real effective exchange rate. The set of other explanatory variable we use in this paper is the growth rate of per capita gross domestic product, export and import. This is the summary statistics we used, variable used in this chapter. And this is the matrix of correlation. In matrix of correlation, in column 4, we can see it is highlighted the GDP and exchange rate is correlated, but the value is very less. But GDP has a strong positive correlations with the exchange rate. In order to avoid the non-stationary problem, we use the we use the unit root test, which is the augmented Dickey-Fuller test. To the VAR model, we use the lag section criteria. Under the lag section criteria, AIC, HQIC implies we can use the lag 3 in our model. And this is to check the stability of the R model. We use this test as in value stability condition. Here we can see the modulus value or the modulus value is less than unity. It implies that var satisfies, var satisfies the stability condition. And in order to avoid the autocorrelation problem, as we all of know that in case of CRM assumption, third assumption, the covariance of the error term is equal to 0. For to smooth functioning of the model with the autocorrelation, where the probability value is greater than percent for lag 1 and lag 2, implies that there is no problem of autocorrelation. We also use the detection of causality. We just want to mention the last one, that the volatility does Granzer call the GDP. Here the value is p value is less than 10% and it is unidirectional probability. And also we have reported all the variable which is Granzer caused here. And this is the one of the bar model I mentioned reported in this PT. In the first column, we can see that the volatility of exchange rate at lag 1 affect the volatility itself uh, uh, positively and is significant at 1%. The 3 star implies 1% significance. Volatility of the exchange rate also impact the exports, and it is negative and significant at 5%. Generally, our theory suggests that volatility or depreciation of the currency increase the export of the country. In case of our time period, we see that there is a negative impact. This might be most our export mostly depends on the imported raw materials or items. Volatility also impacts the import negatively and it is significant at 1% level. Volatility of exchange rate also have a negative impact on the GDP and it is significant at 1%
What is
level.
your overall conclusion?
That
What is your
like
overall
to,
conclusion?
and can say that the
What is your overall conclusion?
highlighted is the significant
Hello,
term which impact the other variables
hello,
also.
hello, Mojam. What will be your overall
Yes, sir.
conclusion? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Start your overall conclusion. What is the overall conclusion?
So this is the conclusion part. Volatility of exchange rate has a negative and statistically significant effect on the economic growth of India. The finding of this article contradicts critical projections and show that a decrease in the value of the currency exchange rate has a negative influence on the quantity of goods exported as well as imported. These may be because imports in emerging countries depend heavily on imports. And the paragraph, the main result of this paper, identify that the presence of exchange rate volatility affect GDP given other macroeconomic variables. The above results have important implications to look into the policies of exchange rates. Given the significance of international trade and exchange rate fluctuations in economic growth, India must try to follow an exchange rate policy, keeping in mind the other macroeconomic indicators to stabilize exchange rate to achieve higher economic growth. A less volatile exchange rate will help the countries to engage more in international trade, and hence it seems to be more important to enhance the economic growth of the country. Thank you, all of you.
Okay, okay. One suggestion to you. You have prepared so many tables, huh? But if you draw the findings and conclusion on the basis of this table, it will be very nice presentation. I think you will include it in your main paper. You have explained everything. Okay.
Yes, sir.
You will write the findings and conclusion on each table. On the basis of each table, you have prepared 6, 7 tables. Okay, and you have given the sources also. Huh? But under each table, you will give your findings, and on the basis of the findings, the conclusion. I think it will be included in your main paper. When you will send us your main paper for publication, you will mention.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
Okay,
there
sir.
will also
Thank
there
you.
is also another way. There should be 1 point findings. On the basis of table 1, finding is this. On the basis of table 2, finding is this. So it's my suggestion. There may be another different ways also. Okay. And
Okay, sir. Thank you for listening, sir.
next and last one is please not Chanika Chanika ma'am, Dixita Rouse,
Yes, sir, I'm here.
Sunil Gandhi. Okay, start your presentation.
Yes, sir. Sir, can you kindly confirm if my slide is visible? Okay. Good afternoon, one and all. My name is Dikshita Barua, research scholar from the Department of Commerce, Rajiv Gandhi University, currently pursuing my PhD under the guidance of Dr. Sunil Nandi, sir. Another co-author of this paper is Nang Chanika Longfoy. The title of our paper is Performance Audit of SDG 12 in India with Global Reference. These are the contents of our presentation. Starting with a brief introduction, global development trends today are highly unsustainable. The biggest reason for this lies with our society's consumption and production patterns. Every living being on this planet is committed in radically altering the society's practices of producing and consuming goods and services. So, with the growing consumption and production, the entire world is getting densely populated at an unprecedented rate, and people are seem to be altering the Earth's natural system both locally as well as worldwide. This has brought up the crucial issue of striking a balance between meeting the requirements of a population that is growing at an exponential rate and protecting our ecosystem's carrying capacity as well as our biological and cultural diversity. So, the Sustainable Development Goals, which were adopted by the United Nations in the 2030 Agenda of Sustainable Development, manifest a holistic approach to end our poverty, protect Earth, and ensure a greener and a fairer world. Amongst the 17 SDGs, the 12th goal ensures responsible consumption and production patterns that focus on doing better with less and wasting less. So, SDG 12, or Responsible Consumption and Production, focuses on ensuring sustainable consumption and production patterns by reducing waste, improving resource efficiency, and promoting responsible lifestyles. It basically emphasizes on reducing global food waste per capita, fighting pollution, and supporting companies in adopting green practices. So these are some of the literature which we have reviewed for our study. Moving on to the objectives, the research gap that we have identified is basically the number of studies that have been done in the context of India and SDG 12 are very scanty. So that brings us to our objectives, which are twofold. The first is to explore the performance of SDG 12 policy implementation worldwide across different nations from 2019 to 2024. And second is to examine India's performance on SDG 12 since its policy implementation. That brings us to our research methodology. So data has been collected from various regulatory bodies, such as the Department of Economic and Social Affairs of the United Nations, the World Bank, Niti Aayog, and other sources. And the data so collected has been analyzed using descriptive statistics and correlation. Coming to the main part, that is the findings. So the SDG scores of different countries per year has been tabulated in this table. The number of countries adopting SDG 12 in 2019 is 16, followed by 15 in 2020 and so on. Accordingly, this has been plotted in this graph with year on the x-axis and frequency on the y-axis. As we can see, the trend line is not consistent. Now, to test the association between GDP and consumption level, we have done a regression analysis. Contrary to our expectations, where we anticipated a positive association between GDP and SDG 12 score, the results, however, show otherwise. We have received a negative coefficient value as well as a negative adjusted R square value, implying that there is a negative association between GDP and consumption level. The reason for this can be attributed to the fact that the rate at which the GDP is changing annually does not match or align with the rate at which the SDG 12 policy implementation is changing. The DW statistic is greater than 2, which implies that there is negative autocorrelation between the two variables, GDP and SDG 12 score. From Niti Aayog's database, we've basically compiled the SDG 12 index scores of different states and union territories in India. This is for the year 2019-20. Similarly, this is for the year 2020-21. And finally, for the year 2023-24. The sustainable SDG 12 score has considerably improved over the years, as it can be seen from these diagrams. So coming to the conclusion, it can be said that we found a negative association contradicting our expectations between GDP and consumption level. then it can be said that sustainable consumption and production are two very essential factors in achieving a more sustainable world. A responsible consumer is supposed to follow good practices of consumption, such as favoring companies that are committed to sustainable development and environmental friendly products. Responsible consumers must have information about the origin of what they consume. So, information, education, and communication are very necessary to achieve the concept of responsible production and consumption. So, with that, I'd like to conclude my presentation. Thank you for your patient hearing.
Thank you for giving your presentation within scheduled time. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you all presenters. Your session comes to an end, but we are having a parallel offline presentation session which is still going on. So after that is complete, then we will move forward to the validatory session. So it's our request to please stay with us.
Yes. Last day we see the accelerator. কোথায় আমাদের কমার্শিয়াল ইকোনমিক্স 12 বছরে একবারই হলো 12 বছরে একবারই হলো আমাদের রাষ্ট্র কত হয়েছে আমাদের ইন্টারন্যাশনাল ক্লাস আর আমরা অরিজিনাল কলেজে ইনফ্যাক্ট আমাদের ক্লাস করতে আমাদের ক্লাস করে আছো তো ইকোনমিক্স এর কত যাওয়ার সময় ইকোনমিক্স এর একটা অনলাইন হ্যাঁ ও আমাদের তো
একদিন শুধু ওদের
আমাদের যারা আছে
ওদের জিনিসকে তুমি বলে
আছে আমাদের
মিষ্টি আর আবার এখন মিষ্টি হলো একটা নিয়ে যাও
ওকে খুব করতে লাগবে না সূচনাও কিন্তু কম নয় ও বলতে পারে আচ্ছা লেখা
না এই কারণে বলা এটা পেলে মিষ্টি
সঞ্জিতা আজকে
আপনি তো সব খাওয়া যে আমি অনেক কিছু বললাম
ভালো খাওয়া বেশি চলছে চিন্তা কি
কি বলবো বাড়ি যাবো খাইয়ে দাও আমি আজকে খাবো
যাই খাও
বুঝতে পেরেছি বলা হয় না
আবার একটা করে কমার্শিয়াল বেশ ভালো লেগেছে সবাই মিলে কাজ করে না আইটিসি পাওয়ার থেকে তুমি তো মেন না তুমি তো মেন না কোথাও তোমার নাম নেই মেঘের আড়াল থেকে যুদ্ধ করে দিল বলছে তো মেঘ না মেঘের আড়াল থেকে
আপনি কি বলে বুঝছেন এটা কি ধরনের মানে করবে হ্যাঁ
আমি সত্যি কিছু করি
আপনি কমার্সের হ্যাঁ টাকা উচিত ছিল পাঠাও তো সবাই আছে কোন সত্যি
শ্রেষ্ঠ
কিন্তু ভুল শিবির সব সময়
ভুল চিন্তা দেখেছি আসতে আমার ভালো লেগেছে আমাদের খেতে হচ্ছে এত ভালো এনভায়রনমেন্ট যেটা হয়েছে খেতে লাগে না ওটা একটু পেন করছে
বেরিয়ে গেলে আচ্ছা কি বলছেন আচ্ছা বলছি যে এই করে একটা বড় আগে চাকরি আছে এটা কোথায় কিভাবে পাঠাচ্ছেন বলছি যে এই নাম্বারটা পেলে নিয়ে গ্রুপ অফ ভালো মেয়েরা ছটকা আছে পুরো একদম একদম ফাইনাল আসলে তারপরে বাদ মেয়েরা ছটকা আছে আচ্ছা কিছু নেই এই কমিশন নয় থেকে 16টা সিট আছে কত রাষ্ট্রের মধ্যে সরকারের নামে গাড়ি আমাদের ষোলো যে কমিশন ওর হিসেব করে আমি বলে এসেছি বলে
আমি তো এই করেই এত দামে জায়গাটা করে দিয়েছিলাম এত পাবো আচ্ছা যা আছে লোকে বলে তার জন্য আটজন মিলে জমি কিনেছিল সব এটা এটা করো বাকি আসানসোলের প্রায় 10 বাই 10 বাই 11 ম্যাক্সিমাম 12 বাই 14 এবার দুইটা প্রতিটা ফুলের প্রতিদিন করে খোলা স্যার 3 দিন করে খোলা 1 2 3 দিন খোলা 3 দিন করে ওই তো আমার আগের ঘাটটা ছিল চারটে করে সালে আমাদের সবাই সব হিসাব করে দিই তবে আমি ওখানে গিয়েছি উনি দোকানে থাকছি না আমি একটা করে আরেকটা বানিয়ে তখন আমরা নিজে নিজে খারাপ উনি এখন দোকানে ফ্ল্যাট কিনছে আমার দুটো ফ্ল্যাট আমি দুটি দিলাম তারপরে একটা বানাবো তারপরে আরেকটা বানিয়ে লস কাটতে তবে আমার যে অর্থ অভাবের জন্য আমি মেডিকেল প্রবলেম হয় আপনি কোনো আমার শারীরিক প্রবলেম হলেই আমরা ভাই আসতে পারি তখন যখন আমার মাথাটা সব শেষ হয়ে যায় তোমার গায়ে যদি একটু ব্যথা করে আমার মনে হয় এখানে কিছু হয়ে যায় ওইটাই আমার ওষুধের কাজ শরীর খারাপ হতে হবে আর এই রোগটা আমার ছোট লাগে আমি বলে দিলাম সুপ্রিম কোর্ট রায়কে ও ইগনোর করি আমি দিতে পারছি সুপ্রিম কোর্ট কি করবো পকেট ছেড়ে আর বার করে দিতে হবে বাধ্য করতে হবে এই প্রজেক্টটা করতে পারবেন সুপ্রিম কোর্ট সে আর দিতে পারবে সংখ্যা স্টুডেন্ট দিকে সংখ্যায় কম কিন্তু স্টুডেন্ট ভালো লাগা তাই করেছে সবাই করতে পারে সবাই করতে পারে আমি তোমার এই লক্ষ্যকে বলেছি যে মাছের জায়গায় যদি খাসি মাংস হয় রাখি না মাছ তুলনা হয় যে রান্না এমন করে তুলনা হয় আমাদের টেকনিক রান্না করেছে ওটা তো মেয়েদের নামে সেরকম করা যায় না। ওর প্রচুর নাম আছে, জানলে স্যার ছাড়বে না। কোনো ইচ্ছা ছিল চাইছে কি করবো ভাগ করে আমি একটা করতে দিলাম, তোমরা কি শুনে বলে স্যার আমাকে একটা সারা ওটা দিয়ে ভাগ করে দাও, সেটাই লাগছে। আরো অনেকদিন বাঁচি, এখন ওর নাম বললাম সোনালি বেগুন বেগুন ছেড়ে খাচ্ছে পাশে, এখন বেগুনটা খাইও না বেগুনটা খুব টেস্ট খাইও बेगुनी तो इतना अच्छा तरीका होता है, अगर यहाँ से बेगुनी कोई बहुत अच्छा है। এই সিক্স সেমিস্টারে যেন মনে হলো কলেজে প্রচুর আসতো, কলেজ যেন বেশি টাইম দিচ্ছে, কি করছে पहले पहले इंटर कॉलेज पास करेছে নেতা নেতা আমাদের सिक्स सेमेस्टर में तो इतना बड़ा इलाज है। আজকের বড় সেমিনার শেষ, বেশ ভালো লাগলো কিন্তু আমি হয়তো বিরাট কিছু করিনি কিন্তু ভালো লাগছে। আসছো কেন ওরা বলে হ্যাঁ অবশ্যই জীবনে প্রথম প্রথম ভয়টা ভাঙিয়ে দিল না, ও প্রথমটা করে দিয়েছে কয়েকটা না সেগুলো যখন বলছে তবে একটু বলার তো ইচ্ছে, তবে আমি অন্য জিনিস বলবো সেগুলি তুমি কিন্তু অত্যন্ত ভালো নেই কেন, এই যে তোমার যে ফিলিংসটা না এটা সকলের মধ্যে নেই, যে আপনি খান 3 থেকে 4 বার ভগবান তোমার ভালো দেবে, মানে অসুস্থ লোক ফিল করো এইটা যেন আমার মনের মধ্যে থেকে হারিয়ে গিয়েছিল, আজকে আমারও মনে করে আচ্ছা ফোন করা বন্ধ করে দিয়েছো এই রহমান এখন এখন ফোন করা এখন ফোন করা বন্ধ করে দিয়েছো, টাইমের চেঞ্জ হয়েছে মানে গেস্ট হয়ে যায় তখন আমি ফ্রি থাকতাম ফোন করে নিতাম ওনাও বলেছে স্যার কে তোমার বলেছে আর তারপরে আমি আপনাকে আপনি আপনাকে খেতে দেখিনি সঙ্গে সঙ্গে আমি ফোন করছি স্যার বলতে স্যার খেতে দিন আমাকে ওইখানে ফোনটা দেখে আমি তখন ব্যাগ নিয়ে এসছো, ব্যাগে ঢুকে নিয়ে চলে যাও, ওখানে কালকে সেখানে ঢুকে দেবো, চাবি তো তোমার কাছেই আছে। ক্লাস ইচ্ছে হলে নেবে, না নেবে এত বড় প্রফেসর কি সিলেবাস কমপ্লিট আমার আমাদের প্রতিবাদের মধ্যে দায়িত্ববোধ আছে, কাউকে বলতে হবে না, আমি একটু বিশ্বাস করি স্যার। আমি তো আসল জিনিস আমাকে দেখতে আমি তো পুরো আমাদের তাড়াতে এসছে, সুরভি চলো, গোপনদা শুভ আমাদের তাড়াতে এসছে, চলো হয়ে গেছে আমার চান, হয়ে গেছে ওর বাড়ি যান, আর নেই তো আপনি কিন্তু কিছু দেখেন, ঠিক আছে 2.5টা একদম একটা খাওয়া এখন শুরু এই চলবে আর
আদর্শ শিক্ষক এবার আমাদেরকে পড়াবে।
ওই হয়তো আসছে দেরি,
তারপরে বাবা মাথাটা ক্লাসে ঠিক করে চাই। এই শেষ হলো উপরে।
আরে সেটা কিন্তু আছে জমি দিই খাওয়া দাওয়া করতে
আমি ওটা রেজিস্টার আমার শরীরটা কালকে খুব খারাপ ছিল বলে আমি আজকে বাইরে খাওয়া খাচ্ছি।
মিস করলে কিন্তু
ভেরি সিম্পল
আলু পোস্ত করে
লেগমিটা সলিড
এবার সুরভি ওইটাই আমি বারবার বলছি বেগুনি খাই না, আজকে বেগুনি চেয়ে খাওয়া কিন্তু মেঘনি আমি ওইটাই বলেছি যে তুমি কি দেবে ভেজেছো বেগুনি, মেঘনি করে তারপরে বড় বড় বেগুনিগুলোকে হাফ করে করে তুমি বেগুনি খাও, ওটা ভালো লাগে এত খাওয়ার খাওয়াবে কি হয় কলেজে ডিম ডিম করে গেল যা মনে না
এই এক্সট্রা কি করবে তুই কি করবি হ্যাঁ আজকে থেকে আমার সাথে মনে হচ্ছে
এগুলো বন্ধ করে করবে কি ইন্টেলেকচুয়ালি এটা কি করবে যে এইগুলো জেন্ডার বায়াস
কি ওটা ভার্চুয়াল বুঝতেই পারে আমরা পার্টিসিপেট করব হ্যাঁ এটা মোবাইলটা খাওয়া যাচ্ছে
চলো এই দিলে কি হবে আমরা কি এই পাচ্ছি 25% হচ্ছে বকে মানে 9% হচ্ছে 1 টাকা যদি তুমি দেয় আমাকে বলবে স্যার আপনি এত কেন মিষ্টি মেটেরিয়াল দ্বারা ফোন করছেন আজকে ঠিক কথা যে মিষ্টি মানে বলতে পারেন যে কুকুরের মতো ঘেউ ঘেউ করবেন না, তা সত্ত্বেও আমরা তাকে ভরে ভোট দিয়ে দিই, আমরা আমাদের এই শাস্তি পাওয়াই দরকার, যে আমাদের বলে যে কুকুরের মতো ঘেউ ঘেউ করবেন না, অথচ আমরা তার পদলেহন করতে কোনো ছাড়ি না, তা আমাদের না এই শাস্তি দরকার, ওটা বললে তো হবে না, ওই টাকা না পেলাম কি হলো চেয়ার তো পেলাম, এই যদি একটু শিক্ষকের মানসিকতা হয় তারা কি পাবে, তাদেরকে 1 টাকা দেবে না, বর্ধমান ইউনিভার্সিটি ভালো চলছে সম্পর্কের কারণ 1 টাকা না না থাকলে তখন তো এখন আমাদের বাকি আছে। এখন বাকি আছে আমাদের।
এরা বলছে এরা বলবে এই বলছে সেন্টারের লোকগুলো সব কোথায় চলে গেল আমি ওপরে চলে গেল নাকি
কোথায় কি চলছে দেখো।
কেউ তো নেই দেখছি সব ওপরে চলে গেল না যা খালি মোটর থাকলে কথা ছিল
তোমার তো প্রিয়াঙ্কা তোমার নাম তো কি হয়েছে তোমার প্রবলেম তোমাকে নিয়ে মিটিং হচ্ছে
আমার স্যার অপারেশন হয়েছে এবার সেটা আমি 1.5 মাসের একটা নিয়েছিলাম সেটা একটা সলভ করতে পারছি না কি হবে
এটা আবার সলভ করার কি আছে
ইন্ডিয়ায় থেকে বলে দিয়েছে বারবার করে হিউম্যানিটি গ্রাউন্ডে একটা দেখা উচিত হিউম্যানিটি গ্রাউন্ডে জিবির
দরকার হলে হাফ পেলেই হবে আর যদি সিএলই এর সব শেষ হয়ে যায় তাহলে তো হাফ পেলেই হবে
তাহলে দেখি মিটিং হোক যা হয় হবে
না আমি তো এটাই জানি আমাদের হয়েছিল আমাদের তো ছেলে হয়েছিল আমাদের সব ছুটি শেষ হয়ে গেছিল তারপরে হাফ পেলি কাজ হয়েছিল
একটুখানি চাপ দিয়েছে না
শেষ হয়ে যায় হাফ পেলি শুরু হবে এই কমিটিটা যারা আছে এরা জানে কিনা আমি জানি না তাই বললাম হাফ পেলি তোমার কবছর চাকরি হলো তাহলে তোমার তো কোনো দিন জমে না 7টা 14টা কোন নিয়ে নেওয়া 14টা 14টা বছরে ইয়ে পায় আর 14টা হচ্ছে তোমার 14টা কি
এই ওপরটা শেষ হয়েছে শেষ হলে তো ওদেরকে নিচে ডাক থেকে ওই করার কথা মানে কোড অফ সায়েন্স দিয়ে চালু আছে 7 বছর হয়ে গেলে ইয়ে হয়ে 30টা তারপর আবার আমরা তো
তখন তো সম্পূর্ণ সেমিনার আবার এখানে শেষ নয়
কোথায়
এখন তো কি বড় কথা
না কোথায় শেষ হয়নি
মানে কামনা এটা শিখে 30টাতে হচ্ছে বছরের প্রথমে মানে ফার্স্ট জুলাই তোমার যা ছিল ফার্স্ট জুলাই 30 যোগ হয়ে যায় সেখানে যদি তোমার অলরেডি 300 থাকে তাহলে যোগ হবে না তাহলে তুমি এটাকে প্ল্যানিং করবে কি করে কি জুলাই মাস আসার আগে তোমার পুরো ছুটি এনজয় করে 30টা কমিয়ে দিতে পারবে
আমার এমনিতে যা বিয়ের জন্য ছুটি যাচ্ছি
না সেটা আমি বলেছি
সিএস হয়ে গেছে
এবার তোমার টেনশন হয়ে গেলে আর হবে না। ছুটিগুলো নষ্ট হবে সেই সময় আগে শেষ করবে
আর একজনের আছে সে হয়ে আসছে
এটা দেখো একটা ইংরেজি এটাই চালাচ্ছি
আওয়াজটা যাচ্ছে ওই নিচে চলে গেল
তুই কি এখন এরকমই করবে
নিচে ওই ভিডিওটা আছে না স্ক্রিনে
এটা পারি
আবার বড় মামা বাংলার মানুষ তার কি ফিডব্যাক এটা
আওয়াজ আছে
মোবাইল কি ফিডব্যাক সবাই যাওয়ার পর সে সামনে ঢুকিয়ে মানা আছে সে সবাই গেলে তাকে করে মানায় কে করলো
এটা মিউট করা আছে ওদের জন্য হ্যাঁ সুরভি আমরা কি চলে যাবো এখান থেকে নাকি সুরভি আমরা কি এখান থেকে চলে যাবো এখানে আসবে সবাই
এখানে সবাই আসবে
আচ্ছা তাহলে বসে থাকি সিএনটা তো বন্ধ করে তাহলে আমি বলে দিতে পারি কালকে নিতে হবে খুব ভালো লাগে সঞ্চিত এই যে কয়েকদিন একসঙ্গে কাজ করলাম না হয়তো ক্ষণিকের জন্য কিন্তু একটা আলাদা ফিলিংস লাগলো
একটু বন্ডেড লাগে
একদম ভালো লাগলো ঘুম পাচ্ছে চন্দন হ্যাঁ ওটা তো জানি তারপরে নিতে পারে ওই নিচে এইটা হচ্ছে না এটা হ্যাঁ ঠিক আছে হ্যাঁ অমিত এই না বলো এটা 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 স্টপ করে দেবেন হ্যাঁ বাইরে তো টোটো আর থাকবে এটা স্টপ করে দেবেন এখন না এখন তুমি কি করে করবে তো তখন কাউকে তো পাওয়া যাবে বাইক নিয়ে গিয়ে একটু টোটো নিয়ে চলে যাবে আর ওই তোমার স্যারের ওইগুলোকে তিন চার প্যাটার্ন শাটডাউন করতে হবে লিখে বন্ধ হয়ে যাবে শাটডাউন করে বন্ধ করে দেবে আর হোয়াটসঅ্যাপ খোলা আছে এখানে ছেড়ে দেবেন কালকে ঠিক আছে কালকে আমি উঠিয়ে সব রেখে দেবো সবাই মিলে চিন্তা ধরে হয়ে গেছে দুর্গাঘাটে ওদের নাম ধরা হয়ে গেছে আরো অনেকেই ধরা হয়ে গেছে
Thank you, esteemed guests, fellow participants. I would like to extend my heartfelt gratitude to everyone who has contributed to the success of this event. I would like to express our heartfelt gratitude to our esteemed speakers for sharing their valuable insights and expertise with us today. Your contributions have enriched our understanding and inspired us to take the action. We also thank our organizers for their tireless efforts in planning and executing this event. Their dedication has ensured a smooth and engaging experience for all of us. To our audience, we thank you from the bottom of our hearts for your active participation, thoughtful questions, and enthusiasm. Your engagement has made this event a truly successful one. And lastly, we would like to express our heartfelt gratitude to the principal of our college, our TIC ma'am, our IQC coordinator, departmental professors, coordinators, and conveners. Thank you. And especially, I would like to thank Dr. Chandan Bandyopadhyay sir for executing this event in a very successful manner. Thank you.
ওই তো